Going to be a process video for Colorcast Designs where we use all of the lovely acrylic pieces that we get from Jessica over at her shop. Now I am kind of going a little bit backwards, and I went into, I think it is the March collection there, and up in the upper right hand corner you can see where it says hip hip hooray. I am going to use that along with the, let me get my little note card here, along with the scrap room from June, and it is the flavor of the month Bella Boulevard Just Because collection. And then I did add, because I didn't have enough of what I wanted to do, I added the Just Because Bella Besties to this. So what I am going to do is that I am following my sketch from my sketchbook number 1. And I'm going to link that all down below. All in the month of June, or July, excuse me. Happy July, happy everything. I am going to be using, unless it is pineapple off the board with pineapple papers, I am using my sketchbook. I would love, if you have not purchased my sketchbooks, to link down below and find them and use them and all of that. So what I am doing here is that I am following that sketch. This is another one of my videos from while I was at a crop. So just so that you know that if I am stalled out a minute, you haven't seen me use my hands or something, that is the reason why. So on my sketch, there is different sizes. I went 2.5 by 2.5. There is different strips that we are to use in this, along with having a pattern paper in the background. Now, some of my ladies that have done the inspiration to this particular sketch has done a white piece of paper and then done just the layouts. I have done this sketch a good couple of times already, and I absolutely love it. Now, this sheet here, I had to recut it because I was like, at first I didn't like the size of it, but then I finally figured out what I wanted and how I did it. So I decided to distress everything. You guys know that I love to distress everything and all of that. So I am making sure that when I lay these pieces down, that they're matching the way I want them to. So my thing is that because I have done this sketch a good couple of times now with a bunch of different collections, I've kind of gotten this down. But the one thing that I will say is that if you're not sure how to, if you don't feel comfortable freehanding it like I am, use a ruler. It works out really well for that. I will say that it works out perfect in that regards. And just to make sure that all of these pieces are lined up correctly and just things like that, use your ruler. Like I said, I have used this quite a bit, that it makes it easier. So what I am going to do is that to make sure that there is a barrier between the pattern papers is use your black Sharpie or white Sharpie or whatever you're using and outline your pieces. It makes them stand out when you're using pattern papers on pattern papers. I get a lot of messages or comments about how busy my layouts are. Now, if you guys follow me along, you guys know that I am a busier, type person, right? Like on my layouts, I do typically do quite a bit of busier papers. And I don't mind doing pattern on pattern. And that is fine. Everybody scrapbooks differently. Everybody does it differently. But if you're wanting to get out of your norm and do something like I do, the easy way to make them feel like they're not as busy is draw a black line around them. Then they become like your own individual pieces. I have found that makes me feel like that even though that there's a bunch of pattern papers on here, it makes it feel like you're not as busy. And I'm sorry I'm off frame. Remember, when you're scrapbooking at a different location, sometimes it's a little bit harder to make sure that you're on camera. But for the most part, you can see what I'm doing. Now, I am distressing everything. The photos that I have is of my daughter's soccer. It's sneaker. It's her sneaker dance. They wear sneakers and then they dress up. And that is what this is. It's the last dance that she had in her 5th grade year before she became into middle school, and photographs are not cool anymore. I'm at that stage now where taking photos of my daughter is not cool right now in school. Like, I can take stuff during the summer and like we're traveling, but school, she's like, no, I'm not taking it. And honestly, I'm missing, she's in this black, like she wears a lot of black, like it's driving me nuts. So, because she's not that flamboyant. I love her though, don't get me wrong. But when she was in school, like elementary school, she wore a lot of colorful colors and stuff, where now she's into the black stage. She's middle school. She's going into 7th grade. And so I have photographs of her having different colors, but she's been in this black theme of things. And so, yeah, my son goes through it. I think, I swear to God, every middle school teacher, every middle school student goes through this phase. I swear to God. But anyway, so I'm luckily enough I can use these flamboyant colors that I do use on her layouts right now, because they are super bright and colorful, and she wears a lot of her bright and colorful colors. And so, yeah. Now I am just going through, I went and purchased, while you're at this particular crop that I go to, there is a company that you can purchase like different things of the collections. And luckily enough, she had this collection there, which made it easy for me to be able to like add a little bit extra, because I just needed a little extra. So what I am doing here is I took 2 colors from Nouveau Drops that my friend Bree had that I didn't bring along. She actually did it. I was like, ooh, perfect. So the colors actually match up with what I am doing. So I grabbed this pink and this black color just to add a little bit of something to the layout. I am super sorry on this one. I did not realize that I pulled it so far down that you can't see what I'm doing, but you guys know how this works. Sometimes when you're in your scheme of scrapbooking and you're at crops, you forget to look. And like I said, I know I've talked about this in the previous videos or any other time that I have done scrapbooking at crops. I love to film because I get to film so much and I get to be so far ahead that I like to hopefully keep that going. And there are times that I get so focused on getting my layouts filmed and edited to a point to where all I have to do is come home, do the voiceovers, and upload it, that I forget to watch my framing. And this particular time, I forgot to put down I typically put down like washi tape on the fabric that I'm using so that you can push it up, and then I know to stay in my frame. And that I forgot to do here. But that's some tips that you can do if you are one that goes and likes to film but you don't know how. I have 2 of everything. My filming station at home and my filming station at the crops are the same. They're just, I got 2 of everything. So I don't have to take down what I have at home. I just grab my box and I go with my stuff in it. So I'm just layering all these little pieces and stuff on there. I'm just trying to see what I want to add, where I want to add things. All of my little dots of where the bees are going to fly off of and how the butterflies are coming in and all of those little things are already done. I am just now placing down so that I don't get stuck on things, just kind of what I want. And look how gorgeous this layout turned out. Make sure that you go check out Colorcast Designs. The acrylic pieces for her are so amazing. Make sure that you go check out all of it. It'll be all linked down below. All of her stuff is amazing. She releases so much stuff. She actually, because her daughter is getting married, she has some married acrylic pieces now that she has made up. Obviously, I dug in just a little bit of my stuff and grabbed and a little bit of an older one. Not too old, but kind of old. And I really love how this turned out. I'm just putting my 3 little dots in certain spots and then calling it a day. Still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.